Hi guys, welcome to Palace to the Core. My name is Stephen Dawes. Before we go any further, support for Palace to the Core has been brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Their products are precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped's performance package with the ultimate men's hygiene bundle. Join over 6 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code EAGLES20 at manscaped.com. All the products smell really nice. The weed whacker is great, especially for my hairy ears. And altogether, it's a very high quality product. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code EAGLES20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with manscaped.com. And use the code EAGLES20. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. Okay, so today I'm talking about the Leicester City versus Crystal Palace game, and I have to be honest, it was one of those games which was a little bit disappointing. I'm going to be doing some spoilers, obviously telling you about what happened, so if you haven't seen the game yet, don't forget to go and pause the video, go and have a look at it, subscribe while you're here because that always helps, and then come back and listen to my thoughts on it. Okay, so but actually, if you'd seen the video that I did before this, when I was talking about the team setup, I was actually quite confident. I thought we would be, one of those teams that would just put a lot of pressure on Leicester City, and I thought that we had enough about us to get a good result there. And so I was a little bit disappointed when the actual game started. The first half was actually fairly even. I mean, I don't think anyone, no one team really put their stamp on the game at all. Leicester City, of course, are really lacking in confidence at the moment, given their league position. And Crystal Palace seem to be lacking a bit of confidence as well, and a bit of direction at times, which surprised me. But it just looked as though neither team really had the impetus to go forward. I mean, our midfield was a bit slow. It's a bit slow of getting the ball from the back to the front. Up front, we were a little bit toothless. I mean, Edouard had one shot on goal during the game, and that was it. The rest of them were either going wide or over the top, or the keeper had them covered and things like this. It really wasn't what I expected at all. At the back, we were a bit slow as well. I know that Patrick Vieira wants us to do a passing game, which of course is fine, but there were times, there was one incident in particular when Gaeta was passing to Anderson, who passed to Gaeta, who passed to Mitchell, who passed to Gaeta, and he was just going backwards and forwards like that. And that was a bit of a disappointment for me, because I thought that we needed a bit more impetus to go forward a bit quicker, which I think, but because we were sitting back so much, it allowed Leicester City to kind of crowd in on us a little bit and made it a bit more difficult. Second half was probably a little bit worse, actually. We didn't, Leicester City were a bit further on top of us in the second half. I think they had more of the ball second half and were certainly trying to create chances. They didn't really create anything meaningful. Gaeta was busier than I thought he was going to be, but it wasn't overall. It wasn't a very. It wasn't the sort of game that you would say is one of the best games we've ever had. It's disappointing, obviously, because we've got such talent in the squad, and I think Eze was okay. He did a few things here and there, but didn't really get the ball at his feet and run at people that much. Zaha was drifting in and out of the game. A couple of times balls were sent up to him and they missed him, and you could see that he was getting a bit frustrated by it. I think there was some heated words between him and Vieira at one point, so obviously he was getting frustrated, and he was actually substituted in the second half, and I thought that was a little bit shocking at first, but then I thought, well, obviously Vieira wants to send a message that he's going to substitute players who aren't performing, or if he wants to change the format, regardless of who you are, even if you're Wilfried Zaha. So that could be a message to the rest of the team that no place in this squad is actually a certainty. You have to fight for every single game that you play, and I think that's a good idea. I think we need players who need to fight for their positions, and maybe because we are short in terms of numbers at the moment, it allows players to think that they're going to be the first on the team sheet, and I think it needs perhaps to change that a little bit. So overall, it was a bit disappointing. I think there were some good spells in it. I think Gaeta was nice and safe. I think he handled everything really well. He came and punched with the ball when he could. I think that Doucouré was okay. He had a bit of a stop-start game. Even he was substituted at some point. So overall, it was a little bit disappointing. But obviously, it's a draw. We got a point, and we didn't concede any goals. So they are all positives that you can take from the game. So hopefully, with all of that, we can move on to the next game and perhaps build on this a bit, and start to create a little bit more in the midfield and move the ball a bit quicker to the forward line, and hopefully that will allow us to create more chances and hopefully score a couple of goals here and there. But I'd love to hear your thoughts, as always, down in the comments section. What did you think of the game? Do you think that things need to be changed? And if so, what do you think will work? I'd love to hear your comments down below.